So hey guys, today I am going to show you how to use a random trigger for a random trigger. So in my last video, I showed you guys how to use a random trigger with multiple other triggers. First we went basic, just a few, and then we went really insane. So yeah, go to the editor and this stuff. I'm gonna give you one, and we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do this. So the thing is, what we're gonna use first is a move trigger, and then we're gonna use like a spawn trigger. Now you see that I literally put the spawn trigger. This is pretty insane. So I put this trigger right here, the spawn trigger. So that means that it will activate other triggers too. But it might get a little too buggy if we activate the spawn trigger with the move trigger. So we're not gonna do that right now. The spawn trigger will activate a pulse trigger and an alpha trigger. Actually, no, it'll activate a pulse trigger. So anyways, for the move, the next free is 1. So in that case, we're going to do 1. And then the move Y, we're going to have it 10, I guess.
Burpee bop, burpee bop.
We could do whatever. And then this one would be spawn trigger. And on 2. So now the next free is 3. We'll do 3.
Double chin, oh, you're so good.
Spawn order. I think you have to put spawn order. What's the reason you can't do spawn order? Oh well. On 3 for 4. And then this one's going to be on 3. And then this one is going to do 5. So we use the first 5 groups for just 3 triggers. So basically we're going to do this all...
Actually, could I
dude.
Actually, could I text myself to call?
0.2... 0.1. There.
This is fun.
So now it's going to be spawn trigger.
Could I text myself?
There. Now if you hit this, the pulse of group 5 will do that. But I want to make something like, let's try this.
You're so cute. Could I text?
So if you ever hit the spawn trigger, this should activate the pulse trigger.
Could I have it?
Good. I don't know. Wait, did I set a color? I don't think I set a color yet. No. Yeah, that's fine. So that's how it works. And we want it to be like that for an object. So for now, we just have these 3 triggers. So basically, this would work. And now we're going to use a random trigger. The random trigger
It feels so weird to sit on this.
would be 2 and then 4 on a group. So this trigger controls 2 of these. Either the move trigger works or the spawn trigger. So since the spawn trigger activates the pulse trigger, it's basically activating the pulse trigger. I just added a spawn trigger to do a quick demonstration of it. But otherwise, it's basically the same thing. So now the chance will be 50%, since I love it. I like doing 50%. And then we're gonna do a toggle trigger, a rotate trigger, and a scale trigger. Actually, I don't think we can. Let's do the rotate and scale. So this basically just lets multiple objects get into the party. So now we're gonna have another random trigger doing this, and then another random trigger. So this one's gonna be spawn triggered, which means you can't really do anything about it. And this one's also gonna be spawn triggered. So basically everything is spawn triggered. But how much? Wait, dude, it's the one bug, okay? Anyways, what's the next free? 7. 7. Next free is okay. Then this would just do that. We'll do 30, I guess. And then it's gonna scale like that. I just want to do that for some reason. Then we'll do 8s. So basically, this is gonna be on 9, and this is gonna be on 10. No, this is like a 9-10 thing. Then we're gonna have 6 and 11 for this. Now I'm gonna place another random trigger. This is like the last one. And this time, this is gonna be 6 and this is gonna be 11. And its chance would be 50. So, basically, if this random trigger activates this one, it's it's random if it activates the others. So let me show you. Let's zoom out. So basically, if this random trigger activates the other random trigger, that means that it would either activate this one or this one. So it's still random after it activates it. But if it activates this one, then it's random for this one or this one. So that's basically how it works. And then this one would activate this if it even ever gets chosen. So yeah. Now that we know how it works, we're gonna have an object. This can work with just one object. And I want to have that object to bro, where the okay, let's do this. So it'd be red, orange, I guess. There. Now something random happens. Now this is going to be on 1, 5, 7, and 8. 1, 5, 7, 8. Now it's really strange, as you see. It can happen like that. It can happen. Well, it's always true. Oh yeah, there we go. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. It can go up again. It can do anything. And we're even gonna scale this to the top. So yeah. That's how to use it with multiple triggers. And turns out it actually works. I was the first one to try this, by the way, so I even want to make this T4 because I said so. And it did nothing. So it's not that bad. You guys can try this too. But for now, I'll just end the video. Bye guys.